Yo, Flurfs, how you all doing on this fine evening? I hope you're doing very well. I got PJ Cruikshank and Jeff Conkel in the Elements. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Good.
Fantastic. What do I always say? They are still flat, and Jesus still loves us.
Exactly.
So we're all good.
That's good. Well, it's good to have you guys here. I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, guys, this is part 2 of the Andrew tries to answer the 27 questions. So,
Right.
before we start, what was your guys' take on the first part?
Oh, well, I give him credit for giving it a go, but I think he failed in pretty much every one of them, to be honest. But yeah, credit for giving it a go, absolutely.
Yeah, at least he
I
tried.
didn't feel like he actually really answered it.
Reasoning and stuff like that. Sorry, on you go, Jeff. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He didn't really answer. A lot of them he just hand waved dismissed, and the other half he didn't even understand the question.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
but yeah, let's just hope these next ones are going to be good because we're starting at number 15 today. So we got about halfway, so that was actually quite good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got 12 votes already. Andrew's second part answers will be better than the first. Yes, 17%. No, 83%. So I'm just going to say hi to everybody in the chat. Sean Hawkins, good to see you. Moxie, thank you for joining. PJ Cruikshank, always a pleasure to have you here. Jonah Edwards, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Who else did I see in there? I saw Charlie Welsh. Hello, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Jeff Gasshead, yo, Flurfs. I'm always happy to see you, mate. Nathan Wright, always good to see you too. The Jolly Man is in the house. Good to see you. Richard Chi. Yeah, well, it's good to see everybody here. I'm really, really happy that you guys came. I really appreciate it because it is ball busters at the moment, so I know most of the people are that side. So shout out to QE and all those panels. But on a strong note, I find his open panel chats a bit boring.
Fair comment.
I love it when he presents though, but otherwise just the normal open panels is like talk about food and crossbow. So that's not really my thing.
That's what I'm saying. You're not learning much when they're just talking about that.
Yeah. But shout out to QE. He is ace.
He is.
When he's not calling you a crayon muncher. But yeah, it's good to have you all here. Thank you guys for seeing you. So I'm going to try do it again through DaVinci Resolve, because then we're able to make it a bit louder. So I think last time we put it like 20 because it was too loud. 24 maybe. Are you guys ready to start?
Let's do it.
Cool.
Question 15. Why can't you validate Earth's rotation scientifically? Now this has an assumption that the rotation hasn't been validated scientifically, which of course it has.
Has it?
Why can't you validate?
That's a lie.
Yeah, that's a lie.
What did he say?
Rotation is not scientific, first of all. Earth's rotation cannot be scientific. So stating yes, it has been scientifically validated is an absolute bullshit claim.
No. So that was his answer. Wow.
But yeah, we're going to see. Maybe he's going to present something on this. I hope so.
Oh, sorry. I thought he'd stopped there and that was it. Right. Got you.
Mechanical gyroscopes and focal pendulums are the two simple ways of demonstrating it, and with higher precision measurements, the variation in gravitational acceleration by latitude can be seen to match the predictions of a rotating globe. There's no shortages of ways to validate Earth's rotation scientifically.
None of that was science.
None of it.
Gyroscope is not science, a focal pendulum is not science, and your circular reasoning on latitude changes the gravitational pull is also not science.
Exactly.
You didn't put one science
Focal
there.
pendulums are a bunch of lies anyway. They're run by magnetics.
Exactly. Hey, Zarbik. Yeah, but I mean, I've seen the focal pendulum go opposite direction.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's joined to the Earth. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I mean, again, with Bob's gyro that they keep saying thing, I still haven't seen the data. And that fog gyro that he was showing with Nathan Thompson wasn't even bolted to the table.
Wow.
Yeah. And the mere fact that people think it's Earth rotation without understanding where the precision comes from, it's called mechanical precision for a reason. It's not because of Earth's rotation, it's because of the force in the gyro itself of the spin. That's what causes the precession. It's not Earth's rotation. Hey Paula, good to see you. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. So yeah, there's just no science presented, yeah, and everything he just said is just him having a belief that it is somehow scientifically validating Earth rotation, which it's not. I mean, like we had last night with the Coriolis, then why aren't we seeing planes deviate? Why aren't we seeing things deviate? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Questions?
Oh, that was it.
Oh, okay. That was a short answer then. Okay. Right.
So no
Fair enough.
science.
No, none at all.
Sorry, Jeff? Do you want to say something, Jeff? Oh,
No, all good.
I thought you wanted to say something. Okay. Why no stellar parallax?
16. Why no stellar parallax? Well, stellar parallax definitely does occur despite Flatzoid's denial. In what is known as annual parallax, the closest stars appear to shift in relation to the further ones.
So not stellar parallax then. You say annual parallax. Two different things. Already misnaming what we're saying. It says stellar parallax. That means star parallax, correct?
Yeah.
So that means you'd be able to observe it now. If I sit with my camera or telescope, I should be able to observe parallax.
Yeah.
No, you do not. You have annual parallax that you base on assuming that its rotation will change due to parallax, which is false. The stars have cycles.
If there were different distances, those stars, I mean, because like we see constellations, all that, but they tell us them stars are at different distances, light years apart, whatever. You know what I mean? If they were at different distances, some closer, some further, of course there's got to be parallax. You know what I mean? But we see none of it. Everything moves at the same time.
Yeah, but remember, they're looking into the past. How dare we say they're not looking into the past, PJ?
No, I forgot.
Well, I'd rather go 88 miles an hour in a flying DeLorean.
I mean, half of the stars we're looking at is apparently died out centuries ago.
And we still see them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. We are amazing.
Polaris is a perfect example. It never moves.
Exactly.
Well,
Which would
apparently...
be impossible at moving 16 billion miles a year.
Yeah, well, apparently 4,500 years ago, it was a different pole star, so... And somehow the people that did navigation still used the pole star to navigate the same as they did today. Weird how that works with a different star. Hey Rachie, good to see you. Says, I thought there was stellar parallax. None that I've ever observed through, mostly always cloudy here. Not, but that's what I'm saying. The stellar parallax we talk about is not observed by us normal human beings daily. They have what they call annual parallax, and that takes a very long time to show the consistency of the parallax. But this is just them assuming that it's parallax due to the star's rotation steering the... But I mean, everything has... how we can say cycles that they move through. Yeah, exactly, Jollyman. Light is constant.
Yeah, exactly.
Due to Earth's orbit around the Sun. The movements are small enough that the first measurements were only obtained in the 1830s. Until the advent of astrophotography around the turn of the 20th century, only about 100 parallaxes had been measured. Fast forward to the 1990s, and the Hipparchus mission...
Jeff Gasson, light slows, Jollyman. It's interesting, these measurements they're saying of stellar parallax. Who did these measurements?
Yeah, exactly.
How did they do these measurements? How long did it take them to do it? Hey, Cygnus Step, good to see you.
Measured parallax of over 100,000 stars. And even more recently, the Gaia mission, in operation since 2013, has measured the parallax of over 1 billion stars. So sorry, Flatzoid, you're ignorant.
Wow.
Ooh, dude.
Gaia. Let's go look
He
at...
just burned you, Flats. He just burned you.
Did he just burn me? What did he say?
Oh,
Project Gaia.
So you're ignorant, Flats.
Gaia Project. That's a video game.
Is it?
I want to see what
Wow.
I just want to rewind it a bit quickly. Let's let him talk backwards again.
Yeah.
I want to hear what...
In operation since 2013, has measured the parallax of over 1 billion stars, 1,000 stars. And even more recently, the Gaia mission.
Gaia mission. Okay, Gaia mission, guys. Gaia mission. Maybe that's how you spell it. I don't know. Gaia mission. There we go. Gaia. Gaia is creating an extraordinarily precise three-dimensional map of more than 1,000 million stars throughout our Milky Way galaxy. Oh, wow. What are they using? Gaia spacecraft is a space observatory at the European Space Agency, launched 2020, expected to operate until 2025.
So an imaginary spacecraft.
Yeah. Do you guys trust ESA? I know I don't.
No.
It's very easy to make this data up, by the way, guys. Gaia is creating an extraordinarily precise three-dimensional map of more than 1,000 million stars around our Milky Way galaxy and beyond, mapping their motions, luminosity, temperature, and composition. This huge stellar census will provide the data needed to tackle an enormous range of important questions related to the origin, structure, and evolutionary history of our galaxy. I thought you guys already decided what that was.
Well,
let's see. Maybe we can see how it works. Gaia mission, how it works. In its observation mode, Gaia spins once every 6 hours, sweeping its two telescopes across the entire sky and focusing the light it gathers into a single digital camera. The largest flown in space with nearly 4 billion pixels, blah blah blah. There we go. It's already debunked, guys. It's this UFO in space.
wow. Amazing.
So, sorry, I'm not going to accept that as evidence, Andrew.
No.
Or do you believe there's a flying saucer with a camera in space now, zooming and taking photos of space? Hey, Faciality, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. He says, thank you for your $2 super chat. Really appreciate it. He says, I don't think there's anywhere near 1 million stars. Well, these guys are very good at counting everything, apparently. Even billions of stars and stuff. It's like
Even
they got
stars that have gone out billions of years ago. They're still counting them now, you know?
Yeah, but they're looking into the past, remember?
Yeah, of course.
No,
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
yeah. Andrew Johnston, it's not denial. It's just you are claiming your evidence is based in Narnia. Remember, you have failed to provide us any demonstration where you can have gas pressure without containment. So therefore, this so-called UFO flying in space is a violation of the law of entropy. So therefore, it cannot be doing what you're claiming it to be doing.
And what do you mean by noted? Like it's a big thing. You know? Noted, yeah? I know you're like that, Flats. Noted.
Let's put it this way. There's companies out there I don't know if you guys watched CoffeeZilla recently. He's quite a big YouTuber. How he flaunted that large Ponzi scheme, that $500 million Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just like they can fake the data, your space agencies can fake the data.
Yeah.
You get it. What's more logical? The people can fake the data, or they can violate natural law.
Well, obviously, violating natural laws is a more common one, you know.
Yeah, so it's not denial, it's just being logical.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Richard G. Yeah, exactly. I have the book on unicorns, therefore.
Yeah, violating natural law is the easiest way, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not denial. It's just simply we think for ourselves and have logical deduction which one is more likely. It's sort of like entropy. What's the more likely state?
Yeah, exactly.
In operation since 2013, has measured the parallax of over 1 billion stars. So sorry, Flatzoid, you're ignorant. Question 17. Can someone isolate some pure gravity? Well, it's a nonsense question.
Why is it a nonsense question?
Exactly. Why is it nonsense? Exactly. Why?
It's quite simple. Can someone isolate some pure gravity?
They say it's real, and they know it, so why can't they?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, David, Zimmery, and Jose. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming. But yeah, the reason he says why we would say you have to isolate some pure gravity is because if you're claiming it to be scientific, you would need to isolate it.
Yeah.
And that is a must.
Asking for a bottle of force or a bucket of temperature. Perhaps a flat earther could photograph density for us.
So changing... Hey, Titan Long, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Let's just go rewind again and listen to what he says again. Exactly, Jolly Man. You can't calculate something you cannot see. Okay, let's try. Let's listen to again what he says.
Question 17. Can someone isolate some pure gravity? Well, it's a nonsense question. Like asking for a bottle of force or a bucket of temperature. Perhaps a flat earther could photograph density for us.
What? So that's his rebuttal. Just stating it's a nonsense question, and then it's like asking for a bucket of temperature. What? No. You see, the issue here, Andrew, is why you need to isolate gravity, because you're claiming it to be the cause of something. So therefore, if you isolate it, you would know that's really the cause of what you're claiming it to do. You understand? Without isolation, you can't claim it to be a cause. Yeah. Hey, Jonathan Clark, good to see you. I can't see temperature, but I can be calculated. That's true, but you can feel calculated. And by the way, you can see temperature on a light scale. You've got different wavelengths. So yes, temperature can be seen in a way. Wind speed cannot be calculated. Oh yes, it can. It's called a windsock.
Stellar parallax in Star Trek. Yeah, there is in Star Trek, actually, Jeff. Yeah. Yeah. When they go warp speed.
See the difference, guys. When it comes to stars and you're claiming stellar parallax, you need to actually see it to be able to calculate it. You can't calculate it because that's based on observation. That's what parallax is based on. Actually seeing the parallax.
Yeah.
Hey, Mandela Effect, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Yeah.
You're calculating it. It's not parallaxed.
Don't worry, Andrew. We're getting there. Relax. Keep your panties on.
In Flatzoid's discussion of this question, he said that gravity would have to be isolated to prove it's the cause of an effect. And actually, he's kind of right about that. The Cavendish experiment set...
No. You had the first part so good there. Cavendish is not an experiment. Let's just go back to that part again. Okay, we're going to start a Cavendish experiment. But no, Cavendish is not an experiment. We've been through this.
The Cavendish experiment setup attempts to remove any other factors that will affect the motion of the masses. Things like temperature variation, air movement, magnetism, electrostatics, and even the Earth's own gravity.
The Earth's own gravity? Sorry, how does it do that? I thought the Earth's gravity cannot be switched off. Correct?
Yeah, of course.
David, I ain't wearing no
It
panties.
only stops working during the experiment. Don't you know that?
Oh, wait. Oh yeah, guys, he was so angry with me I didn't show his thumbnail. There's his thumbnail from Andrew Johnston, guys. He was so proud of it.
Oh, wow. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, why? Why? Why did you do that?
Because of 27 Dresses. Have you ever watched that movie? That's why.
Yeah, of course. Got it.
So actually, it was a good thumbnail, Andrew.
It's quite funny actually thinking about it that way. It is pretty good.
Exactly, Paula. That's my point. No one has ever been able to control gravity, which is required to be an independent variable. That's the whole point of this question. And he started off by saying it's a stupid question. Then wants to come and talk about Cavendish, which isn't even about gravity. It was simply about Cavendish trying to calculate the density of Earth. That's what it was based on. Which is just simply torsion twist, guys.
So that hopefully it's only the gravitational attraction between the masses that is at play.
No. So if you're claiming you took Earth's gravity away, then why are those masses still hanging? Shouldn't they just be floating around in 0 G then?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we don't see this, do we? And that would also be great. Why aren't they able to do the Cavendish in freefall?
Yeah.
Oh, I know, because the actual cause for it is the torque because of the density of the masses. Not because gravity is pushing it down. It's because the air around it cannot support the mass, and because it's torqued on a rod, it has torsion twist. That's what's happened. It's literally just a gimmick, guys. It's a mechanical effect.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh, Sean Hawkins. They control gravity by isolating the experiment from it by turning the pendulum 90 degrees to perpendicular. That's not isolating gravity. What the hell? Isolating gravity.
When there's a link, come in top.
Wow. Pin message. But yeah, it's good to have you all guys here. If you haven't already, please hit the likes, as really appreciate everybody being here, and share the show. It does help to get the show out to a wider audience.
Oh, absolutely. I need my phone. I didn't share the show. I'll do it.
Yeah, and I'm still my account on Twitter's still suspended, and I didn't even violate any Twitter rules.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'd lasted 3 days, guys.
That's crazy. That's mental.
Just because
It shows the bias.
Yeah, just because I got a Flat Earth YouTube channel, and now they don't like me talking about my stuff on my own Twitter page. Sad.
God.
Because I even emailed them to refute it. They're not even responding to my refuting email.
Wow. Shit.
Exactly, Cygnus. How can you isolate something you don't even know what it is? That's a good point.
Exactly. You know what it does, you know how it reacts with things, but you don't know what it is. Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Question 18. Can you define apparent? Yes, I can. Alright, let's actually have a go at it. Well, the word obviously is based on the word appear, and there's kind of two general meanings. One is obvious, and here's an example. By finding out the educational level achieved by flat earthers, it is readily apparent how they were fooled by the flat earth con.
And it's apparent your ad hom is not apparently helping you. This is actually a very simple question, and when it comes to apparent, if you really understood it, you would understand and say it's apparently optical. It means you can see it, so it's there, you're optically seeing it. That's what apparent means. Something you Globers don't really grasp the issue.
Yeah.
and the other meaning is seemingly real. So, another example. Despite knowing nothing about pseudo-Riemannian manifolds, his constant mentioning of them conveys apparent knowledge.
Wow. Are you trying to tell me I know nothing about pseudo-Riemannian force space?
Wow.
And this was the same guy that you just, was debating Leo and Mark on.
It's a non sequitur fallacy. For Paul. Yep.
Yeah. It's very simple. It's just a fourth dimensional mathematical construct. We live in a three-dimensional reality. So you basing all your, how can I put it, observational studies, which is in fourth dimension, which you cannot observe to begin with because we are three-dimensional beings, doesn't mean I don't understand what pseudo-Riemannian is. It's just force space, that's all. Okay? They've just added time into the mix.
Jonathan Clark says, my mum is a parent.
Oh, wow. Hey, Flato Saga, good to see you. And Pure Medicine, I'm glad you could make it. Flato Sage. I'm glad you could make it.
Do you know something? I would have, for some reason, I thought Flat Earth Saga as well. I don't know why, I just thought that.
That's the way I read it. No, Sean Hawkins. Didn't hear it from Nathan Oakley, although he's been talking about it a lot. Why does everybody think we always just hear everything from Nathan Oakley?
No, Nathan or QE, what's that all about? It's crazy.
Yeah.
We get it from the Flat Earth Society. Come on, yeah, no. Don't take that.
But then again, Sean Hawkins thinks a tangent doesn't have a straight line.
That's right.
Awesome, Flatwood. I heard Flatwood had some pretty good streams. I'm glad you're here. Really, really appreciate all the support. And please...
You will like them.
And if you ever want to come and chat, Flatwood Sage, I got a link here in the top. You can just click it. We got an Ellemnet room, and if you want to, you can just come in and chat. Always welcome. Okay, let's carry on.
Come on, Flatzoid. Tangent has a curve in the G.
Let's just scrap everything. A tangent's a straight line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paula says.
That was a good one. There's a curve in the G.
Hi, Andy Silver. No, Nathan Oakley's not my guru. Okay, there's a lot of things we do not even agree on. So yeah.
Don't encourage them, Moxie. You're like laughing at that.
Okay, let's see if we can get this apparent right though.
Question 19.
Oh wow, that was it. So it's apparent you didn't understand the actual question as usual.
I think Paula said earlier his definition of apparent was ludicrous.
Exactly. Let's actually go look at the definition for apparent just so you can see. Okay, apparent, clearly visible or understood, obvious. For no apparent reason, she laughed. Seemingly real or true, but not necessarily so. So, let's take number 2 for instance. Let's say we see the horizon. Wait, before we do that, Jonah Edwards, thank you very much for your $33 super chat, mate. I really, really appreciate it. Love your mom, mate.
Yeah, bless you for that.
I'm starting to wonder if Jonah is a Mason with all these 33s every month.
No, that tree in the orange. He loves it, doesn't he?
Thank you very much, Jonah. I really appreciate it. I'll tell him. I'll send the message on to my mom. Thank you very much. I really appreciate all the support. You rock. Hey, and Real Nye the Science Guy, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. So yeah, let's say a horizon, okay? Let's say horizon sunset, whatever.
I don't think so. Flats, can you hear my fan in the background? Is that loud or anything? because it rattles a bit. No, put it on for a sec. See if he hears it.
No,
No,
I can't hear it.
That's fine. Keep it on. Keep it on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, let's take this for instance. That would be an horizon, correct? That's an apparent horizon.
Yeah.
We can see it. It's clearly there. It's obviously a horizon. It's the part where the sky and the water appear to meet. So it's an apparent position. Would that, what we're seeing now, is that physical position?
No.
No, it's an apparent position because as soon as you move closer, that apparent position moves.
Moves, exactly.
So it's optical. Horizons are optical, not physical. The problem with the globe is their horizon is a physical partition. It's literally a physical blockage. It's a curve. It's dropping away from you. So that's why I have to push out. It's an apparent position. So that sun that you're seeing there isn't behind physical curve. It's behind an apparent horizon. You get it?
Yep.
So it's not physically blocked. Yeah.
Nice sky, the other one. The middle one. Nice sky.
Jeff Conkel, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. Ooh, okay, what is perspective? This is going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
What is perspective? It's how something appears from an observer's position. That's all.
Great. So it's like we saw now with the sun. It's how it appears from the observer's position. So when we see... I love bringing this up.
Are you going to get your thing? Oh, right. Yeah, of course.
Okay. I just gotta... Now when you see something like this, they say this is perspective. No, that's not perspective. That's actual divergent rays, guys.
Yeah.
Because you are looking towards the sun. Hey Yannick Dazinger, good to see you. The sun's rays are coming from that physical light source. Hence why if you look here, it's literally divergent. It's from a physical source from one pinpoint going outwards. Okay? If it's a sphere, as you put it, it has to be divergent. It cannot be parallel. And the further you go away, the more divergent it is. Not more parallel it would become. Because angles with distance get wider.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at this. Then they say, oh, but look at the train tracks. That's what you're seeing. Yeah, but what are we seeing here? Are those train tracks physically converging? No. They are optically converging. But listen the difference. We are saying the train tracks are converging. We're not saying they are diverging.
Yeah, it's from our perspective. The sun one, that's not our perspective. That's the sun's perspective.
Exactly. So we are looking at a convergence where the sun is showing a divergence. Do you globers see the issue here? There's a difference between divergence and convergence. So therefore the sun is not due to perspective. It's literally having light rays diverging from its source. Thank you very much. Yeah, that debunks the globe.
All right.
We're actually going through these questions a lot quicker than the first set, to be honest.
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
Hey, Space Miner, good to see you, mate. I'm glad you could make it. It's always good to see you. Happy Independence Day from friggin' Murica. Oh, yeah, it's Independence Day, yeah.
Wow, I mean, it was... when I had an accident, I got these cages on my legs, like bolts screwed into my bones and all that, and I got them off on the 4th of July. So it's my anniversary of getting the crappy things off my legs.
I would still go and watch Independence Day from Will Smith again any day as well. I actually enjoyed that movie. It was a good movie.
The second one ain't so good.
That's okay. The first one was always better though.
Yeah, the second one was It was what was it? It was 20 years later, wasn't it? But it was rubbish. I can't remember what it was called. Independence Day Resurgence or something, maybe.
Yeah, it's Resurgence. Yeah. Hey, Extra J, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Extra J, how am I confused about perspective if I bloody majored in art? It's a bit difficult to major in a subject without understanding it.
That's it. That's it.
I don't know if I can try and draw this, because the globies still don't seem to understand this, okay? When you are looking out at a point, you are looking to what we call a convergence zone, okay? This would be, let's put it that way, as a convergence zone. It's like just a rough estimate where a convergence zone would be, okay? So that would be...
Sean. I'm just saying more projection there, Sean.
Yeah, so you looking, all the angles are trying to go to this convergence zone.
Yep.
Okay? So think of it as looking at like a star. So now, that will be railway tracks. They are still, in real life, the same distance apart, no matter where you are. If this is the observer standing here, and this is the point you are looking at, to you, this is what you're seeing. You are seeing them converge, okay, from the observer. They're not. It's still physically the same. Now, let's take the sun, for instance, with its light rays. The sun has its light rays going in every single direction. So when you, the observer, is standing and you're looking at the sun, it's not converging, it's the sun rays are literally diverging from the point. You understand that? What you are seeing based on perspective of the sun is its position relative to the horizon. That's the perspective part. You're still seeing this perspective graph, but the light rays are physically diverging from the sun. Hey Gary Wybenga, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. So it's not me not understanding perspective, it's just you guys are too dumb to understand the difference between it's from the observer to the observation, which is perspective, not from the observation to the observer. Thank you very much. Okay, ready for the next one?
Absolutely.
Question 20. Do you know the difference between optical and physical? Yes, I do. Alright, proper answer. Optics is the branch of physics that studies the behaviour and properties of light. So optical is physical. Now Flatzoid explained that this question really is to do with the horizon, and that an optical horizon isn't a physical one, according to him. Now his own claim is that
not according to me. An optical horizon is what it is. You don't have to repeat, say it's optical. A horizon is optical by its nature. That's what a horizon is. It's an apparent position where the sky and the earth appear to meet. It doesn't physically touch. So it's optical by nature. You don't have to say optical horizon as though there's a physical horizon. Horizons by definition is optical. I love how these guys push the ignorance onto me.
Oh, I know. Sean's in there doing it. Andrew's in there doing it.
The Earth is flat, wow. But it's an optical phenomenon that causes the effect of the horizon. He waves around limited angles and diffraction and dust and all sorts of things like that, but doesn't actually provide any models or predictions that match real-world observations.
Oh, that's why we just do actual demonstrations that show this. Should I go and show some demonstrations again on my channel?
You've got plenty.
We've got plenty, exactly. I don't know how much time we have to do this. I have AdBlock for Chrome, but if I use Chrome it just doesn't seem to do what I need to do. But yeah, tell me how I'm getting this done on a flat surface if you say it's impossible, please. Hey Turing Test, good to see you. Hey everybody, thank you for coming. What I'm going to be showing you today is just simply bottom of... Hey Indio, good to see you mate, thank you for coming. What? Sean Hawkins at Flatzoid, ask a geometry teacher if you can get an angle to a curve, then record them laughing at you.
What?
You can get an angle to a curve, but the curve cannot be the adjacent angle.
No, of course not. What are you talking about?
Wow. Sean, what is an angle? Two straight rays or lines meeting at a vertex. If your adjacent is curved, it's not an angle.
No.
They would be laughing at you if you're telling them otherwise. Obstruction over flat surfaces, because what we usually get from the globe side is we see ships go over the horizon, therefore Earth is curved. But I'm here to tell you today that is just nonsensical and ignorant to claim that. Why is it we are able... Note guys, I'm using this bolt as reference to show I'm above, and yet I've got bottom up obstruction.
Mm-hmm.
I even painted the bottom of that bolt red, as you saw.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm not underneath. And this is a aluminium flat bar. Able to demonstrate bottom up obstruction on flat surfaces as I am doing here today. Take note that I'm using reference of the other bolt to show I am above the surface at all times, and yet we still get bottom up obstruction. The reason we see this, when you are lower down, you have occultation due to the angle getting limited and compression. Now add refraction to the mix and it gets even worse. Yeah, remember this on the top here, this is by Sky Free. You saw all those tacks and everything. As soon as they opened the door to retroflexion in, then it started looking like it was curved. The floor wasn't physically curving now to not see it. It's an optical occultation. Yeah?
I was going to say, India said you can get an angle to a curve. The angle changes depending on where you measure the curve from on the curved line. Or rather than kind. Hold on, so it would read, it does say can. But yeah, you can get an angle to a curve. The angle changes depending on where you measure from on the curve. Yeah.
Should we actually have to go back to paint to explain this to the guy about an angle? Okay, Sean, we can explain this again. What an angle is. It's a line and another line. That is an angle. One straight ray or line, another straight ray or line. This is the angular reading, a vertex. Now, let's try and do this with a curved adjacent.
Just going for a P-flat.
No stress, mate. Tell me where the angle is. Do you know this angle would be different from this angle, this angle reading be different to that. Every single point would be a different angular reading. That's why you cannot have a curved adjacent to have an angular reading, because by definition you require two straight rays to have a angular reading at a vertex. Thanks Jeff Conkle for coming, mate. Really appreciate you coming in. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, whatever time it is. Yep, the angle is the separation of the two lines, exactly. And if those separations are different, you can't get an angular reading. I mean, this is like basic stuff. Should we really do this for globes? What? The green screen is a bit off. Sorry, I didn't see that. Still looks perfect. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, let's do this. What is an angle? An angle is a figure formed by two rays meeting at a common endpoint. Whoa, angles. Does anybody else see any curved adjacents? Or how about, yeah, we've got an acute angle, a straight angle, a right angle. The globers hate this right angle, by the way. That's called a 90-degree globers.
Yeah, I hate it.
An obtuse angle or a reflex angle. I still don't see any curved adjacent angles. Let's look at more. Yep, definitely no curved adjacent angles. I mean, believe it or not, I've had globers telling me this. The green screen top is showing a ceiling fan. Oh, there we go on the top. I can fix that quickly. Webcam. Sorry, presenting with me, webcam. Sorry. Alt. There we go. Is that better? There we go. There we go. That should be fine now. Sorry about that. Where were we? Oh yeah. Angles. So why can't we have a curved adjacent? Well, it's very simple, like we said, because you need the same separation right through to have the same angular reading. If you don't have the same separation, you can't have the same angle. That's as simple as that. Don't know how much more simple we can make it.
Exactly.
He says an adjacent isn't an angle, dude. The adjacent is the baseline of the angle, Sean. Wow. Call about intellectual dishonesty. I don't know what I'm talking about. Mr. Tangents don't require straight lines. When the actual definition is a straight line touching at a point on a curve. Hey TJ. TB, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Okay, let's do this. Hey Detect, it's good to see you too. Okay.
Now, what has been explained to him many times is that the horizon is caused by the physical obstruction of the Earth, and the optical effect of refraction slightly shifts the location that we see it, generally upwards.
See what I'm saying? He doesn't understand the difference between optical and physical.
Yeah. That's it.
So first of all, horizon is an optical apparent position. So you didn't understand what apparent meant then. You didn't understand what horizon meant. You didn't understand what optical meant. And because you said refraction and still claimed it to be physically blocking it, shows you don't understand the difference between physical and optical. Yeah, I don't know how much more clear I can make it.
All right, Paula. See you in a little bit.
Cheers, Paula. See you just now. Wow.
Question 21. How can we live on a globe if chemistry states that all liquids have a flat top surface despite taking up the shape of their container? Well, what an absolute mishmash of a question.
What? Mismatch of a question? No, it's not. Hey, Oxford Spread and Sleeping Warrior. It's good to see you guys. Glad you could make it. So no, it's quite a concise question. How can we live on a globe? That would be you assuming to live on a globe, okay? If chemistry, aka physics, states that all liquids, part of chemistry, physics, have a flat top surface, which means it's flat, it's not curved, despite taking up the shape of the container. So that means if I got a container and I put liquid in here, you can't see it now because it's green, but let's say there's liquid in here, it stays level flat in that container no matter which way I move it. It takes the shape of the container, but it will always lie level flat inside it. That's what the question says. Very well concise stated, so I don't know what the problem is about the question. Maybe you just don't want to understand what it is? Hey, Matthew Eastman, good to see you, mate. Glad you can make it. Exactly, Gary Weibinger. There is no such thing as a tangent line to Earth curve because there's no such thing as a not a refraction day.
Firstly, chemistry doesn't state that.
Yes, it does. Chemistry definitely understates water seeks level at rest, liquids. Should we quickly go and look what it says?
Go for it. No. Oh, no.
Chemistry 101. Ooh. There we go. They're actually showing it here. Well, I actually want to go to where it's... Oh, we don't need to do it this way. Liquids seek their own level regardless of the shape. What did it say? That's not what chemistry says. Liquids don't have any definite shape. They form a shape in whichever the container is placed. Liquids exert pressure on the walls of the container. Guys, don't let Globers know there's walls of a container. They hate that word. Called lateral pressure. Liquids seek their own pressure regardless of the shape of the size of the vessel in which the liquid is kept. The number of vessels, different shapes are interconnected and the liquid is poured into them. The liquids will achieve the same level in all vessels. That would be what they were showing here earlier with this container. All the containers are different shapes and yet the level of water will be exactly the same. I wonder if they've got a better image we can use. Come on, it has to be. Okay, I guess not. But you get the point. So yes, it definitely seeks level.
Aye. Absolutely.
So not just showing he's ignorant, he lies as well.
Well, it was easily checked up, so
yeah,
it looks like it.
In like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Hey, Stanley Tools, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it.
What do you mean if it would keep stopping every 3 words? It doesn't stop every 3 words. What are you talking about? You're just talking crap now.
I let you.
You're just butthurt that your answers are wrong. Simple.
I mean, I even go back and let us play what he says, so everybody knows what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So that's weird. Anti-flatties at a Tupperware party. Would be fun, I agree. Oh, wow. Okay.
Physics states that objects will conform to all the forces acting upon them, and gravity is one of those forces.
Gravity is not a force. Gravity hasn't been seen as a force for 180 years already.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to get with your heliocentric belief system. Okay? And guys, I see those hearts coming up. I really appreciate it. Please hit the likes and share the show.
And smash a heart.
Yep. Indio, he did make that up. I also want a citation for this. And no, gravity is not a force, guys. It hasn't been seen as a force for over 108 years, as we've stated. Because if you're claiming it to be a force, then you're claiming general relativity is false. General relativity specifically says gravity is not a force, but an effect in pseudo-Riemannian force space. It's an effect based on the relative observational reference frame. Physics states. Basis of calculus. Calculus isn't physics, mate. It's maths.
Wow. Why is it always come down to numbers?
See, that's the problem. Just because physics uses calculus doesn't mean calculus is physics.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if I do physics in Indian, it's a language. Just like I do physics in German, it would be a language. Calculus is just the language. It's maths.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jim Macho Wombat, good to see you, mate. So, yeah. But, yeah, guys, a citation would be helpful, Andrew. So, if you can find a citation for that, like Indio says, would be great. Okay. Number 22. Why I can see Venus at night if it's closer to the sun than Earth.
Question 22. Why can I see Venus at night if it's closer to the Sun than the Earth? It's very simple. From Earth, Venus can appear up to 47 degrees away from the Sun, so it will be able to be seen for some of the night. How long after sunrise or before sunset that it can be seen will be determined by the relative locations of Earth and Venus in their orbits, the observer's latitude, and the time of year.
That's not what he asked. The question is, why can you see Venus at night if it's closer to the Sun? Not making excuses why sometimes it's at a different angle and so no. Why are we can see it? You're not supposed to be able to see it because the sunlight should be too bright to be able to see it because it's closer. Just like when you guys claim with the moon, like on part 1, where we have a new moon, because it's in the sun's light we don't see the new moon. Yeah, the same supposed to be for Venus. You're not supposed to see it at all, yet you can. Exactly. A force, non-force that you can think of as a force.
That's right. That's right.
They don't understand how they contradict themselves.
Well, it's unbelievable. Because just to hear, if I said them words to myself, how they describe gravity, I think, and I was like, oh, surely I would think what I'm talking is crap. It's contradiction. It's an oxymoron. Just talking about it.
It is, yeah. I mean,
wow.
It's like me walking up to you, PJ, and pushing you without a force. Tell me, how did I push you without a force?
Bushido. That martial art that you can just use your chi, but then chi's a force, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, no, that's what gravity is it's along the same lines as that. You know what I mean? That's how gravity is. You know what I mean? Totally pseudoscientific.
Note that this question was devised by Alan Nordstrand, a person who has trouble distinguishing Venus from Capella. Now, Venus is the third brightest natural object in the sky after the Sun and the Moon, and is a -5 magnitude object. Capella, at magnitude 0, is the 10th brightest natural object in the sky, and 100th of the brightness of Venus. So there's no surprise that this question comes from ignorance.
So at home, okay. Mudding the water fallacy, guys, that's all what it is. This guy made a mistake, so therefore he's ignorant, he doesn't know. What has that question got to do with the question asked here, Andrew? So the reason you went and tried to muddy the waters and make him look ignorant is because you don't have an actual answer to this. You tried with your 45-degree angle. By the way, that angle would require 2 straight lines. Mahor, thank you for coming. Good to see you.
And Alan Nordstrand.
And Alan's in. Good to see you, Alan Nordstrand. Thank you for coming. Glad you can make it. Yeah, Andrew, he's in Denmark in the moment and he doesn't really have Wi-Fi. That's why. They're monkey brains.
Here's a still from Alan's video where he thought he saw Venus in the middle of it.
And then, again, what has this got to do with the question we just asked?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. So actually trying to obfuscate from the question asked. That's all you're doing.
Night.
I know. I mean, why is Alan's video anyway? Just because it was a question from Alan.
Exactly. It's like people aren't allowed to make mistakes.
Exactly.
Stellarium image of the celestial sphere near Capella.
Hey, Sea
I've
Lightning,
marked
good to
various
see you,
patterns
mate.
in each, and I'll let you make up your mind whether you think they are a match. Alan has recently made his video private. Make of that what you will.
You know why? It's because people like you go and hound him all the time and you harass him, that's why.
Yeah.
You know how much times I've just wanted to turn all the comments off of my videos because you trolls don't stop trolling and harassing. You guys are proud to be harassing people.
Yeah.
Andrew Johnston says, I'm not showing any of the images. It's on screen now.
What do you mean it's not showing? It is on screen.
What?
Oh, it's not showing on YouTube for some reason at the minute.
Is it not showing on YouTube?
No, it's just showing you.
What? Oh, sorry guys, I didn't realize I changed it. Why didn't anybody
so-
tell me earlier?
I'm saying it's there because I'm looking through Ellemnet, but then I looked at the YouTube screen and it's
Okay.
not. It's not.
There we go. There's the screenshot, Andrew. But like I said, this has got nothing to do with the question we just asked. It's called obfuscating from the question asked and trying to muddy the waters of Alan, trying to make him look like ignorant because he made one simple mistake. And again, the reason he privated it is because people like you harass the whole time and don't stop. Hey Travis Fritz, thank you for coming. Good to see you. Everyone makes mistakes.
Absolutely.
Question
We're already on 23, guys. I can't believe it. We're actually getting through this very, very quickly tonight.
Yeah.
This is a very simple one.
23. In 2023, why do you think you live on a ball? Because it's a fact.
And no, it's
Oh, come on. It's a fact. It's Sean, it's because everyone debunks Alan and he doesn't like it. No, Sean, stop being an idiot.
well. Sean's to be honest, Sean is an expert in being debunked, so he knows exactly how it feels. I mean, he debunks his own arguments, so.
Oh, you can get tagged out for that one. No, but I wouldn't ban him. There's no point in banning him. I'll just.
Andrew, angular separation does not change the fact that the light hitting Venus should not be seen on the Earth if you are comparing it to like the new moon kind of thing. The arguments contradict themselves. Okay? Angular separation is not the answer for why you should see it or not. The angle's not going to change if the sun's hitting it or not the way you see it. If you can see it and the sun is between you and Venus, it's lighting up more, you're not supposed to see it. Just like you claim the new moon. Simple as that. Dun dun dun. Cup of helium. Exactly. Please bring me a bucket of helium. Why is it not staying in the bucket? That's crazy. But yeah, that's all we get from trolls, guys. I mean, I was actually talking to Michael today. Shouldn't I just stick all my comments on my channels as comments off? Because I'm just overrun by trolls.
I know. I stopped going. I remember I used to be in your chat all the time, and I used to get into a load of debates and all that. And but it gets beyond the joke. I have stayed out of it for months now. Now and again, I'll have a look in, but I've stayed out of it for months. You remember when I used to be in there all the time, right?
Yeah, because I mean, they're so proud of it. They're like, oh, out of 400 or 600 comments, you got one or two that says nice show. The rest are all telling you how stupid you are, you don't understand, blah blah. Yeah, and then they don't come and watch the actual streams then, because on the stream everybody in here is telling them how stupid they are.
That's right.
The Globe's dead, and the only reason I leave the comments on Globe is because it helps the algorithm of YouTube. Otherwise I would have stuck the comments up long ago. So I don't care if you're going to come and call me names like you usually do, or say, no, you're just stupid. That's not helping you. It's just showing you are a harassing troll. And it shows you literally don't have the mental capacity to understand you are a childish bigot. With no facts at all.
It's a breeding ground for causing discord, do you know what I mean, between people and animosity and that. It's beyond a joke.
Exactly. Jonah Edwards, witness protection. I mean, look at Andrew Johnston in part 1. He opens up his video being proud of having 6 or 7 different troll accounts or whatever.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I think there was more than that. I think there was about 13.
I think he's got more soccer accounts.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, SI man, good to see you. So, yeah, I don't get phased about what you guys post, because I'm getting so much idiotic comments from you guys. It's like numpty clips galore from the comments I get. So, yeah, I've kind of learned to grow hair on my teeth when it comes to the comment section in my videos.
Yeah, that's it. I stopped going in after that. Scarlett Johnson, whatever her name was. That's how I stopped going in after that.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a question I thought he would answer in better detail. In 2023, why do you still think you live in a ball? He just says because it's fact. That's it. Doesn't give reasons for it. Doesn't go further. You know why? Because it's not fact.
Yeah.
The globe is not fact.
If it was fact, you'd be able to elaborate, tell us how and why.
Exactly. And not just that, look at all the questions before this. Half of them were just hand-wave dismissals. The other half was him not understanding the question. And right through, he's just showing ignorance to what we've been asking. But yeah,
right.
Shout out to Alan Norstrand. He's ace.
The link's at the top, Alan. It's already pinned at the top.
There we go. Here it is, dude. You just click here. You'll find the link there.
Yeah, it's already at the top, man.
But it's shout out to Alan Norstrand. He's ace. Okay, let's go on.
Question 24. Why do the stars remain the same over thousands of years if the Earth and solar system are moving? Well, they haven't remained the same.
Can you prove this?
Sorry. Richie, what does he want the link for? Is it for Element or what? Because he's saying he wants a link, but I think it's just for the Element.
I think it's Element, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's already at the top, but I'll stick it in again.
Pays me pretend Glober to make. No, Andrew, I definitely don't pay you. I don't think I need to pay you for that. You do it all on your own. Anyway, like I said, no, the stars don't remain the same over thousands of years. Can you prove it? I mean, apparently the last pole star was 4,500 years ago. But how do you prove it? It's easy to write history books saying that. I heard a whoop.
Oh, we get a whoop in with Alan. Alan whooped in.
Someone's in.
Hey.
Alan! Yay! Hello,
Hey,
Alan.
guys.
How's it going?
I heard you guys were talking about me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're talking about you. How you doing? Good.
Yeah, I guess I got to defend myself.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Come do it.
I just
Do it.
before
Yeah,
you,
I probably screwed up on maybe the star thing, but like you guys said, I heard we all make a mistake.
exactly.
Yeah.
But boy, they will jump on you like you're the dumbest person in the world because you make one mistake.
Exactly.
Exactly. And that's how we learn, isn't it, Alan? You make
Exactly.
mistakes, you learn from it. You know what I mean? Everybody makes bloody mistakes. Simple as that, man.
Yeah, and I mean that's why I say they come and harass the whole time. People are human. You make mistakes, they come and harass, and then but he said it to private. Yeah, it's because of idiot harassing doesn't stop.
Oh, it never stops.
Yeah,
continue and continue.
I mean, it's like this being proud of harassing people. I want to see them.
And yet they don't make no video. They don't do anything but sit there and type.
Yeah, but I want to see them come and harass me face to face the way they do on you. I guarantee
I
they
don't think
won't.
they'd ever dare do that.
I don't think they would ever try harass me ever again in front of my face. Hey Godzilla37, thank you for coming. It's good to see you for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate it. It says you can prove anything. Just add the phase. Millions of millions. Millions and millions, exactly. Hi Godzilla, it's good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate the super chat. Exactly. Just add millions and millions. Because think about it this way. The globe's arguments are always you cannot observe it. Why? Scale or time, or because it's not variable unless consensus says so. Everything is based on faith with the globe. So when they say, let's say evolution, oh no, you just be able to observe it because the time is just too long. Why can't you see the earth curve? Oh, because the scale is too large. Why can't I demonstrate what I claim? Because of scale. Everything is just too out of a person's reach to observe. It's all based on faith. That's the problem with the globe. Hey OA, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. But yeah, it's good to have you in, Alan.
Hey, thanks.
How's Denmark?
You heard my rant.
How long are you still there?
Yeah, I like Denmark. It's not the country, and most of the people, they're great. But man, I have some neighbors that they're living in another world.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they try to control their little world they're in.
No, Sean Hawkins. No one claims to know everything than the people around. And Alan is one of the most down, humble persons I know, so he's definitely not going to claim to know anybody. You just heard him come on, and his first words were, "We all make mistakes."
Exactly.
That's definitely goes against what you just said, Sean.
Sean, stop talking crap, mate. You're the butthurt dude.
What kind of sucks being on Ellemnet here, I can't see the chat. So
right, you need whatever
one or
you
the
do.
other.
Yeah.
He said, Alan, he said, don't know about you, he claims to know more than everyone, so when people pointed out the fact that he doesn't, he got butthurt and made the video private. He's an idiot.
He's a moron. Just ignore him.
Yeah.
Well, they just kept teasing me about it. Kind of like the missing frames or what's the other one? Thank you, Bob.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've heard them all. Fuck them.
Flash has been getting the missing frames for about 3 years now.
Yeah. Hey, always unfalsifiable. Exactly.
If that's all they got, then they ain't got much.
No, because they have to keep bringing up things from years ago.
And I love when they bring it up because they're conceding the horizon's not physical.
Exactly.
I mean, how much more must I make it to them? I have nothing to hide. I am honest and open about it.
Mm-hmm.
The reason you bring it up is because I'm still got everything on my channel because I did not deceive anyone. I simply pointed out you guys are saying taking a inferior mirage out is taking away your physical curve. Hence, you don't have a physical curve. It's optical. Welcome to Flat Earth.
Well, then we have to change things, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But then again, they can't even make up their mind how much frames was taken up, by the way.
No, exactly.
We just settled on 11 because that's what they keep saying.
I think it was just like the JFK shooting. They messed with that video.
Yeah.
Okay, let's carry on.
Flat earthers seem unaware of proper motion, which is the observed change in apparent location of the stars in relation to each other from the viewpoint of the Earth. Space is really big, so the angular speeds are quite small.
But Andrew, don't you understand that 6 months change your tilt? You are looking backwards in 6 months from now. So therefore, the same stars should not be seen at the same side of Earth 6 months in relation to 6 months before. Yeah.
So what, Andrew? So what? Private his video if he wants.
And he's still going on about that.
I know.
Has he conceded that he just had no answer for the question and just obfuscated and tries to make Alan look like ignorant because he made one mistake?
No, I don't know. Why doesn't these guys come on right now? Let's talk face to face. I ain't face to face, but come on. Let's get them in the room. Come on, boys.
Yes, Andrew Johnston, tilt.
You know that your model is meant to have a tilt.
Yeah, 23.5 degree tilt.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's unless you are trying to be a Dave McKeegan and just throw it away. Remember, you guys say you have no orientation. What is the 23.5 degree tilt in orientation based on? Would that be your Earth, sun? Wow. Yeah, Richard, he seems to be a bit obsessed. Almost like he's got a stalker vibe against Alan.
Hey, that's cool. I like that.
You've got your own private stalker, Alan.
I wish I had more.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a few socks after me, but no stalkers so far.
Well, we can't all be as lucky as me then, I guess.
No, that's it, dude. That's it, man.
Okay, let's carry on.
The first proof was by Edmund Halley in 1718, which he achieved by comparing contemporary locations to those recorded by Hipparchus nearly 2,000 years earlier. The first measured, and the fastest known, is Barnard's star, which in 1916 was measured to move at 10 arcseconds per year. A century later, in 2018, the Gaia mission published the proper motions of 1.3 billion stars.
Again, the Gaia missions.
So they do move, but not on a scale that will be noticeable to the naked eye over the course of a human lifetime.
See? Not over a course of a human lifetime. So again, unfalsifiable.
Exactly.
Just take
And why are
faith.
the pyramids still pointing in the same direction as they were when they were built?
And note, when the pyramids were built, they went to, I think, the star Bacchia or whatever. That was 4,500 years ago. It wasn't to Polaris. Polaris wasn't the North Star at the time. Yet it points to exactly the same place as the new pole star. So the stars still remain in the same position, what we see, and you make it unfalsifiable by saying time.
See, Langton said Flatzoid, according to the globe model, Big Dipper should not be seen in 6 months.
Oh, yeah, and yet they see it right through the year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, just
Big Dipper
Why
seen
did they
right through the
destroy
year.
the Georgia Guide Stones?
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
absolutely.
People were going there and talking about it, and it was becoming famous, so it's got to go.
Mm-hmm.
You can measure the proper motion of Bernard star yourself, Flats.
You just said in your own words that it's over thousands of years. So how do I measure it over myself? Stars move. No one's claiming stars don't move. And I'm glad you do realize stars move, because it's the stars that move, not us. But also noting that you're contradicting yourself when you said it's unfalsifiable. I'm saying that word, unfalsifiable, because you say you cannot see it because it's thousands of years.
Yeah.
He said not discernible by the naked eye in human time spans. Exactly, unfalsifiable.
Oh, well, yeah.
I can make a history book up too, you know. Does that make it fact?
Question 25. How can we see satellites at night if they're in Earth's shadow? It's the same issue that flat earthers have with understanding why Venus can be seen at night. It's just like how the top of a mountain can be in sunlight while the plains below are in darkness. The mountain type is up above the shadow of Earth's nighttime. The best time to see satellites are near sunrise and sunset. This is when the satellites, which are relatively close to the Earth, are likely to be far enough away to be out of its shadow. Now, the orbit of some satellites don't ever enter the shadow, but those that do can be easily seen to wink in or wink out while they're partway across the sky.
Wow. Okay.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. That's a diplomatic answer.
That's quite simple. Let's put this in 2D terms for them.
Then use a telescope.
Earth, it would have a light shadow, okay? This would be where the light would hit, okay? From your sun, okay?
With his accent.
Okay. Now we're going to place little satellite behind your globe. Poof, poof, poof. Why are we seeing it if the light not touch it?
Refraction.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh.
Gravity.
Oh, yeah, that as well.
Yes, the
Gotta
loons
be
is
one
what
of
they are
them.
seeing, Travis. Mm-hmm.
Gravifraction.
You know the reason we see it is because the sun doesn't literally set. That's why.
Continuously.
Always going round and round. Hey, when I was on that airplane for 6 hours on the left side, the sun was bright as shit. On the right, it was dark as can be.
Nice.
I just couldn't film it because I was in the middle, and people have their windows down now.
Yeah, the fact we have twilight like that shows it's flat because the sun's just literally moving away. One side of the plane you see you see the sun and it's sunsetting. The other side it's pitch black dark. And while you see the sun on the other side, by the way, guys, so it's not blocked by anything. It's literally just being far away.
Yeah.
That's it.
But yeah. Okay, where is all the space junk?
Question 26. Where is all the space junk? Well, it's up there and it's being tracked. There's lots of spent boosters and inoperative satellites and lots of other small bits of junk. But space is big and these objects are small. By some estimates, there are 23,000 objects in orbit that are larger than 10 centimeters. So it's there.
So it's just there.
So don't you think somebody in history would have got hit in the head or their house?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. Let's take the ISS, for instance, and whatever. They claim they have to use boosters to keep putting it back into its orbital trajectory, correct? Because it's falling towards Earth constantly, okay? So that space junk that's falling all the time, why is it not falling into Earth's atmosphere all the time?
Well, in Disney, magic is magic.
And also, if you guys claim mass attracts mass, why aren't we seeing coalescing balls of satellites in space? Why are they not attracting one another and creating large balls in space of all this debris?
You mean the Death Star?
The Death Star, exactly. It should be creating a Death Star of satellites. Your ISS, guys, your beloved ISS where it is, should have such a strong mass attracting mass, as you guys say, to all the space junk, that it should all just make some huge pile of junk.
And then with a space ladder, we could bring it back to the ground.
Yeah, 17,500 miles an hour space junk to be honest. Yeah.
All right, the string's got to be pretty strong to pull it back, but
it's crazy.
You read that question from Martin 8.0.
I heard nanotubes or nanotechnology or something like that is going to do it.
And I mean, think about it this way as well. Why isn't the ISS able to see all this space junk?
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice and close enough. If the ISS is able to take a photo of an aeroplane flying on Earth, that means the resolution would be fine to be able to see a satellite that's closer to them.
Well, because when you're in a swimming pool, you can't see satellites.
That's also true. That's also true.
Mess attracts.
That's a good one. Mess attracts mess. Okay, so we're on the last question. I can't believe it. We actually went through this quite quickly. Undercover. ISS is too small to attract other satellites. Well, it's big enough to be able to be seen from Earth at what they say, 405 kilometers away. So yeah, it should be big enough to be able to attract a satellite close to it. Yeah, exactly, Rachel. Mass doesn't attract mass. Exactly. That's why. Because there's no satellites up there.
That's right.
They sometimes boost the ISS to avoid space junk. Okay, let me see how you would avoid this. Let's just quickly go.
How do boosters work in the vacuum?
Tell me how you would avoid this. That's interesting. How are you going to dodge that, Andrew?
Yeah, exactly. That's a mess.
That's
It's almost like a net of junk. A net.
I mean, why aren't they coalescing to one another and blocking out the sun?
Because mess attracts mess.
The only thing I know is I'm attracted to women and they're attracted to men.
Hey, I would hope so. As long as you don't have Steve coming up towards you. Okay.
And finally,
and this is why I put this one next, because this is why I wanted it to be this way, because then I can say, but we do have satellites from airplanes from the ISS of satellites. So therefore you can show me satellite imagery like we said with the space junk. And no, you don't have any satellite pictures. They're all fake CGI rubbish, as you've been seeing all the time.
Question 27.
Yeah, why can't we have a shot of a bunch of airplanes flying around below?
I know pictures of
They're obviously
aeroplanes.
just as big as the ISS.
No,
so
you're
you
gonna
should be able to see them either way, right?
no, you're gonna see this. He's gonna show a photo of an airplane because I know I've seen it before. But look at. I'm gonna let it just play. Then I'll say something.
Planes from the ISS or satellites. Well, the first one doesn't have planes, but it's a spy satellite photo of Moscow in 1970 that I thought was interesting. There's enough detail that when you zoom in, and appropriately, I've highlighted it with a red square.
Yeah, balloons. Satelloons, spice.
I saw one come over Montana this week.
Oh, Brenda coming at you. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, balloons. I mean, hello. Anybody realize that balloons are what's been taking these photos?
Or high-flying airplanes like the U-2.
Exactly.
You can easily see the queue of people lined up to enter Lenin's mausoleum. So, onto aeroplanes. Here's one of Moscow's airports in 1979. Lots of...
Now look at the angular size of those airplanes, guys.
Aye.
Now when we take huge telescopes here, how big is the ISS angular size? You can hardly see anything. It's practically a blur, like a blimp.
Mhm.
Now look how good this is. This is 1979, guys.
Mhm.
I'm sure our technology for scopes have improved, not gotten worse, correct?
Yeah, of course.
So why is this better than what we see them take of the ISS? Really weird.
What's the
I don't know. You got me on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets better.
of aeroplanes there. Here's two Soviet warplanes on the tail.
Look at that. Look at the detail of that.
Wow. And that's from how? Where?
1970s.
Yeah, but
From the
what age?
ISS. I mean,
Oh,
from the
right.
satellites in space, apparently.
Oh, got you.
But they're not able to give us today. We can't really see. It's weird. It's like technology has gone backwards.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean-
it's a painful process, and don't bring that up again.
I mean, when we're trying to take a photo of the so-called ISS with brilliant photo telescopes and stuff today, what do we see? Do we see it in this detail?
Yeah, you know.
No.
And there's this P900.
I would go back to the moon in a heartbeat, but Walt Disney died, and Kubrick's dead, and there's nobody good enough to film it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, this is practically what we see, guys. A dot. Look at that. That's like the best they can do. Okay?
I'm sorry, guys, I can't watch it because, well, I'm just listening. I don't have the video, but I can pretty much imagine.
I mean, this is like crazy. This is the best they got, you know? Something tells me something's going back. Because look at that. You can literally see where the cockpit is. You can see everything. You can see the fuselage. Wow.
Yeah.
I can see the nose cone, for Pete's sake.
I was going to say, Alan, why can't you see this?
It's on share screen.
Yeah, you should see it.
I'm on my phone, and all I have is like our three, or all four of
No,
us.
you need to press Flatzoid FE. He's got two. He's got. You know where you see all the icons? Flatzoid's got two. You have to press the one that's not his face. The other one.
Okay, I'll try it. Why didn't it show it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll show you. It'll show you the video screen. Show you what he's presenting.
All right, I'll see if I can figure this out.
Yeah, when you do press that. You know when we all appear, all the icons. There'll be me, you, and two of flats. The one that's not his caricature. Press that one, and you should see.
But
share.
But yeah, exactly, Oxford Spirit. They're claiming to take all this in a natural violation called space.
I can't figure it out, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I've seen enough fake shit. It doesn't matter.
Tarmac in the early 1980s. Here's some more recent ones. a Chinese blimp being attended to at one of their remote desert air bases. Here's 2 photos showing possible damage done to a Russian AWACS planes.
But you see what I'm saying? Look how clear these photos are.
Yeah.
But look when we take the photos of the ISS.
And that's meant to be a satellite picture. Yeah, exactly.
So there's problems here. What are we seeing? The ISS is not at the altitude they claimed, and it's not at the size they claimed. So they got it at a certain low altitude, at a apparent angular size that would match their altitude claim.
There's no consistency here with our with what they present.
You just have a smaller craft at a low altitude, then it would give the apparent angular size as they would claim. So therefore they'd say, oh, you see, that is the height it's at. And you would need to go slower than what they claimed because, you know, the further you are, the more parallax, so therefore the faster you have to travel. So they could just be closer.
The closer they are, the slower they could go.
Exactly. So they just can fake it.
Station in the Ukraine. And here's an unidentified new model of long...
I mean, look at that. They even got people that you can see there. But yet we struggle to see a solar panel on the ISS that's bigger than the person.
Exactly.
range Chinese military transport aircraft.
Don Pennant inside the cupola.
Yeah, you can see one of the guys there. He's got a Raiders cap on.
No, Reds didn't measure it. He calculated.
Yeah.
There's a difference between calculation and measuring.
Yeah.
Globers have still not figured that out.
Two different things.
Now, there's also planes that get caught in the...
Sorry?
Develops. What do we do?
You just fix it. Oh, he says Red's rhetoric measured the altitude of flock of seagulls and even got that wrong.
Wow.
Google aerial photos, though I can't be sure if they're satellite photos or just airborne camera photos.
What? I can't figure out if they're airborne photos or satellite photos. So you admitting there's balloons then? Airborne photos and balloons. Congratulations.
So I'll move on. Now, we've got pictures of satellites.
Please do move on.
Wow. That's such a pretty satellite. It's beautiful.
You know how easily this is faked?
Exactly.
Wow. And look at the size of those clouds, okay? This can be taken from a high altitude balloon, for Pete's sake. Mm-hmm. And then they just added this in.
Yep.
From satellites, we've got Hubble from the shuttle.
Hubble from the shuttle.
Hubble from the shuttle. Where are they claiming to take this again?
Yeah.
In Narnia.
Exactly.
We've got the shuttle from Mir. We've got Mir from the shuttle.
Oh, come on.
The fact...
That's ridiculous, dude. Come on.
Andrew, the fact you think these are real photos speaks volumes.
You can't seriously think that's real. You look at that and you cannot tell me that is real, dude. Really. Wow.
Yeah. Why don't they bring up Sophia more?
Because Sophia's out of commission now. Hubble did its job. Now they can.
Hubble still rolling?
Now they can just have AI generated imagery done for Hubble.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it's a lot cheaper.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's AI generated for a reason, guys. I mean, these guys go around like AI's just been around for the last few months or years. No, that technology's been around ages. You think these kind of things don't first get test run through the government?
Yeah. Hey, one thing I noticed today, you ask Siri questions on your phone. She used to be able to answer you really politely, like, you want to get married, you love me. Now she says, I can't answer, or she sends you to a website. And I even ask her, why have you become dumber, Siri? And she goes, that's not very nice to say. But yeah, start asking Siri questions. It's funny.
Yeah. Andrew, yes, I asked for photos, not images that can be faked. And just having your affirmation bias that they are taken from a place that violates natural law. So yeah. But I love this. This is an awesome photo, though.
But best of
Look at
all,
this.
and this is really the sort of photo you're looking for, here is a photo taken in 2015 from the ISS of part of the Cayman Islands. It was taken by one of the astronauts aboard the ISS with a handheld consumer-level camera.
Handheld consumer-level camera, guys. And look at the detail when he zooms in.
It's really pretty. But what's this? We zoom in, and we zoom in, and look at that.
With a trail. Now, tell me something. Why do we see that? But look at the trees' details. The trees have more details than the plane.
Wow.
Odd, almost like it's added on.
Layered?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
I mean, usually the things that are further away are more out of focus than the things that are closer. Really
I'm
odd.
sure gravity or refraction can explain it.
Plane photographed from the ISS. Mic drop.
Mic drop. It does look fake, Rachie, exactly, because it is. Where's all this claiming to be taking place? Oh yeah, space, which violates the second law of thermodynamics. Note, remember part 1 where you did not demonstrate your containment of gas pressure without a container?
Space is no place.
Exactly. And that's his video. And there's his thumbnail again. But thank you, Andrew, for your try. How can I put it? Yeah, try to answer the 27 questions.
Well, you did try. That's the thing. You did do that.
I'll give it up to him.
You got to give him that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gary's in. How you doing, Gary?
Oh, right. How you doing, Mr. Wabenga?
Wabanga.
Wabenga.
Well, I'm still looking
We should
forward.
give him an A for effort.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm still waiting for Professor Phil Bell's 27 questions. I've asked him maybe 6 times already. How's it going with those questions? He hasn't even tried to answer me back about it.
No doubt.
Yeah. How's it going, Gary?
Hey guys, sorry I haven't used this before. I couldn't find the mute.
Yeah,
Hi, Gary.
can't be a
I
thing.
was just listening in. I always intend to join in, but just never get around to it. So, just listening mostly today.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Oh, I always listen to the show, whether it's live or I record it, one or the other.
Yeah,
Or
you will.
download it.
We'll see you in chat, man.
I like to listen to it when I'm at work.
Well, I'm glad someone likes to listen to my show at least.
Yeah, so you're the one. You're the one that listens to it.
Yeah, you get a lot of viewers, so but it gives me something to do at work, so something to listen to.
Yeah, Gary, make sure you play it really loud so everybody around you can hear it.
Nah, I got Bluetooth in my ear, so
Uh,
I got other people around me sometimes, so I gotta kind of be polite. So
Yeah, of course.
He says I must go into the thumbnail and look at the thumbnail better. Okay, he's done some modifications to it. View full thumbnail. Okay. From the writer of Oops No Curve 27 Keith He 16L. This January always what? Bridesmaid never a bride 27. Okay. What did you change on it?
Yeah.
I was going to tell you guys, Bart Sabrell did a live video the other day, and everybody in chat was just tearing him apart on the Earth is flat, and there was like 0 people that were saying anything good about him.
The thing is, Bartzabral, okay, I like the information he gives, but he's got ego the size of the Empire State Building. I saw when he was interviewed by Apollo detectives, and they were bringing up the film that can't work in the vacuum, and he was trying to push it away, like, no, I have to have all the attention on me, kind of thing, Like, no,
he mentions, I am the #1 moon guy.
Exactly. And for me, this is the only thing that debunks that, because I see this lines and trying to get off on their point so he can talk and show his point the whole time. But that's the thing about Bart Sobral. The information brings not bad, but he's got an ego problem. He wants to be the guy. He wants to be the main man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
he does.
That's why when people they're not allowed to share his stuff, because he copyright strikes people if you just use some of his stuff. It's like, what the hell, dude? I thought you for truth, but you don't want it to get out of there.
Yeah, that's it. What's the point in that?
Yeah. But I kind of felt bad for him because, I mean, his own channel people were just hating him. He had like 0 positive comments. Everybody was against him.
Well, that's how it is with me with the trolls, though. But that's just the trolls alone, though. So that's why it doesn't bother me. Wow, Godzilla being a member for 8 months already. King Rooster, really appreciate it. He says, here, Globers, get your free memberships. He's gonna guys, get ready to accept. Really appreciate Godzilla. Thank you very much for gifting 5 memberships. Godzilla is ace.
Godzilla, he's like gifted the entire lifetime.
No, yeah. I've done one gift, and Godzilla's done 1 million. I did that one just so Paul could get it. And then because every time.
Couldn't get it, but appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Godzilla. You're really ace, man. You've been really supporting this channel like non-stop. And I don't know how much thank you I can say to you and everybody else that does support this channel. I mean, even like Skeptic, he helps me, and Blue Pill, Devolution as well, a lot. Even PJ, a lot of you guys behind the scenes, you help. Like, I really appreciate it, you guys. I got no words to say thank you.
It's deserved. You know what I mean? It's deserved. You know what I mean? You do a good job. Yeah, you're always busy. Yeah, a busy guy, and you still manage to do this, which is get the truth out there, which is fantastic, man. It's appreciated.
And I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. And then Richard G, member for 3 months already. Godzilla is ace. He gifted me my first membership. Yeah, I think Godzilla gifted 90% of everybody's first membership, to be honest.
I think he did too.
But yeah, by the way, guys, Friday we're going to have a special stream. It's PJ Cruikshank's birthday. So we're going to have a dress-up party stream. So we're all going to dress up as characters and show our faces and just chat. So if you guys want to show up on stream and chat, make sure you're dressed as a character of anything you like.
So just do it on this link in Ellemnet as well.
Well, I just need a big flat surface.
Do that, man. Do anything. It could be anything. A character, historical figure, object, whatever.
Titan Long, and also a member for 5 months, and Alpha would really appreciate it. He says, God is ace. He gifted my first membership as well. Yeah, I was thinking I was coming of something obscene as like a globe. Maybe a globe with a pink thong on.
Have you guys seen where they they put these people in these balls, and then the what do you call it? What are they called? And they have steers or whatever. They bang them and hit them. They're like clowns at a rodeo.
Oh yeah.
Plastic balls, and they go flying in the air. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
big bull hits you and bam, you're just. But you don't die.
You can buy those things actually, and you can have fun with them. You can actually climb in them.
Yeah, I know. I saw it the other day. It was so funny.
Yeah, Jono. If you're talking about the picture my avatar. Yeah, that's my missus. Yeah.
Wow.
I know I'm lucky. Yeah. Absolutely.
Matthew Eastman, member for 7 months as well. Wow, it's crazy to see so much members for so long. Best show on YouTube. Wow, I'm flabbergasted. I really appreciate you guys' support. Like I said, it's you guys that make the show, and I do really try do what I can for you guys, and any input you guys want to make it better, I would really appreciate it. And then also Retro Bull, good to see you. $10 super chat, really appreciate it. I'm becoming a Flatzoid addict. Do you think I need counseling? Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the super chat, Retro Bull. I really appreciate it.
Directed to a good counselor. His name's Sean Hawkins. He's brilliant.
Wow, Travis, actually a good thing. Space, Satan's propaganda against Christ's earth. That's actually a good one.
Yeah.
I'd love to actually make a shirt of that.
That is good.
Prince. Sorry, I'm going to steal that, Travis.
Yeah. Very good. That's a good acronym. Definitely.
Print screen. Click.
That one's a keeper.
Definitely. I have to keep that. That's awesome. Sorry to say, guys, but the power's going to go off at 11 again.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, you guys have any closing statements?
Well, I think it's pretty much in such the same as yesterday. I appreciate him trying and all that, but I wasn't very convinced of the answers. You know what I mean? Whatsoever. I don't think any of them were. If you can have correct for them, I don't think any of them were correct at all. Whatsoever. But I appreciate him trying, definitely. But I think there was a lot of like getting away from the subject in there, in a lot of them. Do you know what I mean? Divert from the actual subject itself. So yeah. Cheers for trying though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good try, but better luck next time.
And I'm just gonna say again, thank you for all the shout outs and memberships and super chats. You guys rock. Yeah, thank you very much, because you guys do support. You do support this channel immensely. What did the poll end up as? 59 votes. Andrew's second part answers will be better than the first. Yes, 36%. No, 64%. So 64% of you were right. It was a no.
Love you too, John, man. Really love you too, man.
Yeah, guys. I love all of you guys. You guys are really awesome stuff.
Yeah, we do get some nice people and some cool people.
Yeah,
definitely.
This is where all the cool kids hang out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm 47 on Friday, and I'm still cool.
I thought you're turning 18.
Yeah, 18 on Friday.
I still got to figure out what I'm going to be for Friday. I got a few ideas.
Yeah, I think I'm going to let Julie choose for me. I think she'll probably manage to figure it out. Yeah. I would have loved to have done, like, if I had the body back, I'd love to have done Spartan 300.
300. Like I said, just get yourself a 6-pack and just a 6-pack of beer and just tape it to your stomach.
Nice. Yeah, and it'll be cool. Something will happen anyway.
So we have to be on camera, in other words.
Yeah. Friday's going to be a camera stream, so everybody's going to join. And it's going to be free to join for anybody, but just if you come join, just try and be dressed as a character. Even if it's yourself. Just come wish PJ a blessed birthday, and then we can just chat, chill. Talk about anything. It doesn't have to be about Flat Earth or anything. It's just going to...
If you don't wish to, just come and say, happy birthday.
It's just going to be a visit, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go for a McToon.
Wow.
That'd be cool. That'd be so cool if you could.
That I gotta see.
After all, he did put me on his list, so.
Oh, yeah, you're on his list. Something. Yeah. But are you gonna dye your hair and put glasses on?
No, I was just gonna spike my hair. And I'm gonna get some Lego and toys, rockets,
Star Wars in the background. Yeah, that usually helps.
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing real at all here.
Godzilla dressed as King Kong.
Go Godzilla.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got a clue yet, but I'll come up with something. Yeah.
I'll let my children decide for me. There should be something interesting coming up with.
Yeah, because they've got an imagination. It's good to ask children. Definitely.
Well, yeah, children, they haven't been indoctrinated.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I actually wanted to bring a short out. Caught an awesome lizard at work. The other day. Let me see if I can show someone quickly before the power goes off. I sent it to my wife. It was like 2 days ago.
I can't wait to go back.
It was
and watch
yesterday.
The chat on this one.
The chat's going to be quite interesting. Where is it now? Not that.
It was kind of weird when I first clicked on here and you guys are like talking Al this and that. I'm like, are they really talking about me? And I realized I think they are. And then Rachel goes, yeah, like, you joined us at the right time. I'm like,
You can see this, guys?
Yeah.
So there's its head.
Oh yeah. That's the big one, isn't it? That's one.
Just another day at work. It was seeking heat, so it was climbed in the engine bay. We struggled for like 2 hours to get the thing out.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see nice move.
So I'm pulling it out, and then just holding him up.
Wow. Nice.
So yeah.
That's cool.
So guys, unfortunately I gotta say bye.
That's the one. Good show though. Good show again.
all good things must end.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But yeah, thanks everybody for coming. Really appreciate you guys. Looking forward to the stream tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Let's have some exciting things tomorrow. I really appreciate everybody that stopped by, hit the likes, shared the show, and sponsored me with some memberships and just helped with some funds. You guys rock. Really appreciate it all. You guys are awesome. So without you, there wouldn't be a channel. So please do know I appreciate everybody immensely, even you trolls.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow night. I hope you're all gonna have an awesome day or evening, whatever's further. And yeah, I think we can conclude. Andrew, go back to the drawing board, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Farewell, Andrew. Pack my round.
Au revoir. Many blessings. Cheers, guys.